All right, tip number 3, sleep training.
You can click this video here for tips 1 and 2, where we go over scheduling and the benefits of baby-led weaning.
This one is going to be a little controversial, but like I said, this is what helps us. And if it happens to help you, great. If it doesn't help you, you can just leave it. This is the reason why we did sleep training. Jahara was sleeping in our bed past 1 year old. She was breastfeeding, which is the reason why she snuck her way into our bed. But me personally, I do not like it. Jeff, he doesn't mind it so much, right? When the twins were born, I was like, I have to find a different solution. So we did do the cry it out method in a sense. I'll go into detail on how it is. But before I do that, let me just explain how crucial it is for these children to know how to sleep and fall asleep on their own. It's hard to sit here and rock each child to sleep, especially with twins, at the same time. What would happen is, even if we were trying to rock them into sleep, God forbid you had a scratch or you had to, move, and then they're all fussy all over again because you messed up the rocking rhythm. It just wasn't working.
It wasn't ideal or realistic for us.
Exactly. And we did dabble in sleep training Jahara. We tried it. It was hard. She was the hardest because we started really late. She was used to sleeping in our bed, and she looked at us like, what are we doing? It was hard. It was emotional.
It hurt.
It hurt, yes. But we are so glad we did it, because now this girl is an independent sleeper. She puts herself to sleep. She wakes up when she needs to. She's very independent. So now with the twins, Jahara was rough, I told you. But with the twins, we were ready. Before I get into the nitty gritty on how we do sleep training, let me tell you about the accessories that help with the sleep training. One, we use a brand called Owlet. They offer a smart sock and a Owlet camera. With the smart sock, it monitors their oxygen levels, their heart rate. It also tracks their sleeping patterns, so it lets you know how deep they're sleeping, how light they're sleeping, when they're sleeping. With the camera, it lets you obviously see them. It also monitors the temperature and the humidity in the room and the noise level. It made a big difference in our sleep training journey, because we were actually able to monitor every bit of data, so that way we can make the best decisions and we can know how effective it was.
And there's one more thing that we forgot to mention. We don't have a white noise machine, but we use Google speakers. We just ask it to play white noise.
That's
very
a
important.
major factor, because the house can get loud. We may have company over. Maybe Jeff and I just want to have a conversation. We need them to be focusing on their sleep. So the white noise is a must. Jahara now prefers ocean white noise. She's fancy.
And I know some people are wondering, when we travel with kids and how we still keep the schedule and all the routines.
That's a whole nother video.
Yeah.
But the foundation is what we do here. So when we travel, it's almost like they know. It's just wired into them.
Mm-hmm.
And they rely on that schedule. They need their naps, they need their meal times. Everything has to still be the same. Did you just...
Yeah.
Now let's get into the nitty gritty of the sleep training. I did some research. We were offered 3 options. Stay in the room method. We found that one wasn't working with Jahara. It wasn't working because it frustrates them. They're like, I'm not going to sleep. You need to do this. So we decided not to do the stay in the room method. Now the other one was to check on them and you touch them. We didn't want to do that one either, because it seems like it just really just prolonged the whole thing. So the method we ultimately chose was to do the no contact, not in the room method, where we would come back into the room after 5 minutes if they're still crying, and we just say with our voice, it's okay, go to sleep, and then we'll head back out, and then we'll do it. And if they're still crying, then we push it from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. And 10 minutes, we go in there and say, hey, it's okay, go to sleep, it's all right. And then if they're still crying after 10 minutes, we push it up to 15. 15 minutes is the max. Do not go past 15 minutes. And lo and behold, with the twins, it was pretty quick. They got it.
Yeah.
Sleep training was a lifesaver for us. And we were able to get work done, or we were just able to catch up on sleep. So we definitely know for a fact that we will be doing that with this one. You can start sleep training at 4 months, but we don't feel like she's ready just yet. We're gonna try it at 6 months. I think she'll be a little bit more prepared. Right, Mina? But she does sleep. She's out of our bed. She does sleep in her own bassinet. This is why I said it was going to be controversial. I know how some people feel about the cry it out, and they feel like it could be a little harsh. I get it. Trust me. I'm a mother. He's a father. We all want to be there for our children. We want to fix all their problems. We want to nurture them. We want to just cuddle them up. We know. But you can actually be doing them a disservice by doing that. They need to learn this skill. They don't have to rely on me or Jeff to go to sleep. They can do it whenever they want, however they want. Trust me, it's definitely worth it. The method that we chose is the fastest. I suggest you do the no contact and don't stay in the room. Just do the intervals of 5, 10, and 15. I don't remember the exact name for this technique, but it is very researched. A lot of people swear by it. Just go try it out if you want to.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna put some bonus tips. So you don't want to do the sleep method when they're sick. Or
like a developmental milestone.
Yeah, like
teething.
Yeah, they're teething or they have a fever, whatever it is.
Yep.
You know, they had an off day, and don't do it because it's most likely not going to work. There was times we had to stop the sleep training for the twins, but once they're off, off the sickness, it's okay. Yeah. You might have to start all the way back from the beginning, but just keep at it. And the first week is pretty tough, but once you get the first week down, you just do it.
Say for example, in a month they get it. They may revert for whatever reason. It could be anything.
Or you have a certain in-law or family member that just wants to hold them all night.
That's gonna be in the communication tip part, because
just
to communicate with the people who come into your house so they respect your schedule and your methods is crucial.
Yeah.
Another thing that I just remembered was when we first started doing the sleep training with the twins, we had a routine. We had their bath. We read them a story, so we were setting the tone.
Yeah, the bath did help in the beginning.
The bath and the book. You want to avoid having things that your child relies on to go to sleep.
You don't want them to be dependent on certain things.
Right. Now, we're not perfect in this department.
Like Zara.
Exactly. Zara is still using her pacifier. It helps her. You have to do what's best for your family and what's best for your child. So yeah, that is the gist of the sleep training, but we gave y'all a lot. All right, we gave y'all a lot.